Okay, let me see if my volume is up. Let's see, it just shows that it's low. I'm not quite sure. Uh, Give me a moment, guys. Check this out. Mic, hold on. I'm checking the mic out. It doesn't seem like it's very loud. Output. Okay, hi. Let me know if you could hear my voice well enough. It doesn't look like it's high. Just put in chat that you hear me well enough. 100% it shows. Microphone, sound. Am I good? Whoever's in chat, there's one person on at this moment. Camera, mic. Okay. Um, can you hear me okay? Let's see. All right. If you could hear me okay. Yes. Hey, it's a little low. I know. I'm trying to figure out, but I'm fine. Just to turn your volume up. Um, Let me see if I have it in here. Video, audio. Um, I really don't know, but you're fine. Okay. Thank you very much. I have a great little video to go over with you guys. Um, Yes, you're fine. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome on in, you guys. I have a little video to go over in a presentation. Welcome on in. Everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Everything we do here is for the Summer Moonwell's missing children, and it's to bring justice. Hi, Colleen. Yes, mine's up, but I can hear okay enough. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I don't know. It might be my computer, actually. I'm not quite clear. So, for those that are paying attention, Summer Moon Wells, again, she is a little girl who went missing June 15th, 2021. She's one of those children that we call them just gone, the got gone children. We call them, meaning here at WCIA Network. Um, that's how I categorize the children that I give readings for and I spiritually pick up on information. So when I have something that comes through, this is how I work. Um, Hi, Megan. This is how it works is that I go on when I feel a strong pull. And then actually sometimes I go on and I don't feel a strong pull and it just happens. I just go on in hopes that I know that I need to say something, right? I just follow my intuition and I follow my third eye. Summer Moon Wells, it's been over 4 years and I have almost 1,000 videos. I have 900 and something videos just on the missing children that I call Summer Moon Wells. You will see that recently, for those that are new, recently you have YouTubers that are rejoining giving information, and that's for really good reason. That's because if you go to the TBI website, for the straight information outside of YouTube, you'll see that there are things happening, but the only thing that has happened so far is that they looked at a piece of property, right? They went in and it was a 3500 block of Van Hill, and we haven't heard anything yet. Um, and it's great that the more people talk about her, the better, because it really, Summer Moon Wells for me represents all the children that I'm speaking about. And the more you have these children in the spotlight, the better it is to bring justice. I show you information on really probably kooky, crazy pictures that I read. I look at the pictures and I give you a reading. And since June 16th, 2021, my readings have not changed. They will not change. I will not change the story. I will never be changing what happened to these children because the story for me has been documented. For me, I have documented what's happening to these children and I'm not changing the story. Just like you'll see other psychics give their story, they give you information in kind of like the same way I do it. They're not changing their story. They may say, okay, I see uh, a red V. Well, I'm always seeing a red V, just like I have on this little piece of paper in front of you. Maybe another psychic will see it in a different way, but we could all be talking about the same element, but it's just coming through differently, right? Um, there are different ways of expressing and different ways of telling you what we see. And I know that people like they shun away from psychics and blah blah blah. Yeah, um, I do too. Even though I do what I do, I do. I don't, very rarely I worked with one or two of them in maybe three of them in my life, and they were really good. And there are some people out there that are just as good as me. I think I'm pretty damn good at what I do. Um, so what you see here is the beginning of my presentation. And um, this, I don't even know, this came from almost the first week of when Summer went missing. And I grabbed images that best helped me give you a story so you could see clearer each time you hear someone talking about Summer. I don't know if I'm right. I don't know if I'm wrong until someone comes forward and says, you know, what's right or what's wrong. We don't know. None of us know. But the best thing that we could do is just listen, come to your own information, and just help bring justice by keeping these kids up front and center. When I show you a picture like this and I go down to the bottom, this all comes from Summer. This all comes from the beginning of the Summer Moon Wells case. First week, I gave my story, right? And these children are being, yeah, they're being tormented. Yeah, there's horrific things happening to them. Yeah, yeah, there are. But the things that I try to show are elements that have stayed constant. So when you see something and you look at it, you could then hopefully see the story. Summer Moon Wells, when she went missing, one of the very first photos, one of the last photos they say, was of Summer in the car. I'm like, Summer's in a box, Summer's in a box. This here, I don't know, maybe it came from Candace, I don't know. But this here, what you're looking at is, to me, this is a box. Let me show you. This is a box right here. This is the outline of the box with the person inside. This represents the head with the V. Okay? In the beginning, I'm like, that's how I saw Summer. I didn't see her in a car. I saw her in a box. I saw that these children have been sacrificed, have been used to be replanted into the earth, have been used for the sake of the understanding that these people that are doing this believe in it, or they're selling their children to these groups. And Summer Moon Wells that you see here, these are the first photos. And the groups that I am consistently grabbing photos from are Jody Sue Brown, Ziggy, Benny Keys, Molly Golightly, um, Bullhorn Betty, and Fred Hill, and all of those people. Everyone that is, I call, characters within these groups are constantly giving me information and images that specifically, Summer may be in that black bin that's missing. Possibly. What you see here are pictures of Summer that we were given the day or the night before she was missing. The picture to the left you're going to see of Summer here is when she went missing. This was her overnight with this little girl, but nobody ever talks about the elements. Elements in her mouth are here. Same element is here in the water, and the same element is being shown to me on Jody Sue Brown. These elements tell me that they are doing something to these children. They are using them, and they are doing such horrific things that you can't even imagine. This thing here in her mouth is the same element, and I'm going to change the coloring, that when you get the correct image of Summer coming out of the water, playing in the water, this is the water hole. Summer has that same thing in her mouth. I truly believe whoever did this, it's a crock of shit that they have all these pictures, because many of the pictures that I see are actually layered to create other pictures so they could tell a story. This thing in her mouth is the same thing. It's this thing in her mouth. Let me make it smaller. The stories that have been told, and the layering and the changing of elements, and the changing, not elements, changing of the story. This. You could take these things and layer them, and you would get the same photo. You see, whoever is doing this understands the power, understands the power of digital distortion, understands how to use AI, and understands how to layer this information to get to the story that is actually, this is how I see it, actually being told within, I call them characters, on the YouTube channels that are telling Summer Moonwell's story. This is Jody Sue Brown, and these come off of their videos. This isn't Jody Sue Brown. It's supposed to be. It's not Jody Sue Brown. It's not Jody Sue. That might as well be a Summer Moonwell's missing child with that thing in her mouth. This is what I do here, because when I bring out information that connects their stories, it brings justice. Brings justice. And for all of this time, I have been consistently pulling information from the YouTube creators. This is Summer Moon. I believe bruised, beaten, and in a horrific state. This is still the first page. This is either within a wall, within a tunnel, within a hole in the ground. But how I see it is they are being used. They are somewhere placed within the universe that somebody knows where they are placed. This could be inside. Now, when I say placed inside, oh, this is weird. Why is that moving? Placed inside a wall. That's after they go through horrific, a horrific sacrifice. You know, Ernie Shell, Ernie Shell showed it to me the very best. Ernie Shell's pictures with Tina showed it to me the best. I see it something like this. I see these children being placed, and when I say fed to animals, some of them are. And it's not a very fun thing to say through my lips. But they are in boxes. It's nothing that anyone really truly would like to talk about. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that I have been grabbing pictures that I believe show how these kids get taken, how they are just gone. They are taken through tunnels. They're placed in these boxes. I see the exact same symbols, letters. This here, this is a child's information. You see how I changed the coloring on the bottom of that box? Let me turn it around. These are letters, you guys. These are the same letters of information that I see is posted about summer. You could turn it any which way you want. And there's no difference between this box and the box that we found her in her car. This is how they get to where they're going. They're going through these tunnels. They're going through these tunnels. Tunnels of Madness is the name of my book. Digital Distortion is another one. I am not just pulling pictures from, the internet. I am pulling photos from creators that you follow. And that's because they're talking about Summer Moon Wells. Ernie Shell, Benny Keys. This is where I get these photos from. And I get the photos because they help me show you the truth of what's going on to how I see it to be true. This here is oh my God. I can't remember everyone's name, but cracking cases. Cracking cases. And this is by the bus. This is by the bus. I do believe full-heartedly that Candace Candace and Don know what happened. I feel that in my heart. I feel that Kylie Rodney is in the same space as Summer Moon Wells. I feel that these children all look like this, like something happened to them that's so horrific. And there's so many people behind the scene. But if you look at pictures like this and you go within the photo, beneath the layer, and don't be afraid to look, because what you're going to find is a little bit of Summer Moon Wells. Within Benny Keys's photos, here is a little bit of truth of Summer Moon. I don't have a mod here, no. Um, um, Thank you for asking, though. This is right there in the corner. This is this photo. It's that photo. That photo is what's between the layers. This photo is absolutely no different than me showing you the same thing in Jody Sue Brown's mouth, or what I am showing you in Summer Moon Wells's mouth. You see, the reason it's no different is because her story stays the same. The story has not changed. It will not change. These things in their mouth won't change. The digital distortion changes. Look at Benny. Look at the thing around his neck. This is what's in Jody Sue Brown's videos all day long. Jody Sue Brown's videos show this. They show the eye. This is Molly Golightly. Nothing has changed. No one is talking about the information that is within these creators' videos. These small bits of information are consistent throughout all of their videos. Why? Is because this is all about Summer Moon Wells' missing children. This was the most ginormous thing that I've seen in a long time in Jody Sue Brown's. It's what I have been showing you. Cracking cases. I knew I had something of importance when cracking cases went right, just, well, ripped me apart. But this, if anyone's been watching, these symbols here, this is no different than what I just showed you in the tunnel. It's no different than when I show you sitting next to these families that have babies and they go on trips. All the YouTube families that are making millions of dollars with millions of people following all have the same information. I watch it. And when I watch them, they give me the story of the children. That these children are being taken for sacrifice. These children are being taken somewhere in groups. In groups. The Idaho 4, period, end of story. They match what Jody Sue Brown is showing here. This is Idaho 4. This is Idaho 4. This is the fraternity. This is Jody Sue Brown. This is all the same. Is it really the same in the picture? I have no fucking idea. What's the same is the stories. They're not just being murdered. They're not just gone. There's something deeper that no one wants to talk about, and there's no way in hell no one sees it. These, Molly Golightly, this, with all of the changing tattoos that Benny has every fucking 3 months. Or maybe every season. Maybe every season. Tattoos. This is it. This is no different than what I'm showing you here. These are the same. So when they talk about the children, look at the pictures that that YouTube is giving you. Look at it. Think about it. Ask yourself, is Dolly Vision's photo here, what's coming out of his mouth, and what's going on here with her head in the box, in a box, with this by her mouth, screaming, and what Dolly Vision is showing in his mouth is no different than what I see here. So even though it presents itself differently, I'm telling you that the story that I have here is all the same. It's showing the same. How is it doing that? I have no idea. But it's in here. This isn't Benny. This isn't Dolly. This isn't Jody. There's something going on. Jody Sue Brown, I sent this to the TBI, who sent it to their whoever's in charge of the case. I'm like, that's it. How many times are we going to see a child's face beneath Jody Sue Brown? How many times am I going to look at Summer Moon Wells's face inside Jody Sue Brown's? This isn't Jody Sue Brown. Period. Period. This isn't Jody Sue Brown. You guys, it's impossible. So why is it that no one gives a flying fuck that this isn't Jody Sue Brown? How is it that no one cares that this isn't Jody Sue Brown? How is it that no one is saying, wow, well, I wonder why this little girl is under here? Does anyone not really not care? Is everyone that like desensitized to seeing this? Is everyone that desensitized to digital distortion that when you see something that's really inside someone's picture that you're like, whatever? These are during stories that they're talking about summer. I I I'm I just don't get that. Here, I'm going to brighten this up a little. I don't get that. How this wouldn't, this wouldn't be shared, you guys. It's the craziest thing. Okay, you guys, my, the, the screen in front of me all of the stuff keeps moving to the right. Like all my pictures, everything keeps moving to the right as if I'm pulling it off the screen. This is summer. This is summer. I'm not even sure what else to say. This is summer. Her last video, I go into the pictures down here. I go into this, what's in her mouth. This is Candace in Summer Moon Wells's car ride. This is another creator. This is Benny. All of these tell the same story. The children need our attention. They are being brutalized on a level that is so deep that nobody wants to stop and look at these photos. These photos are coming from creators and people involved. Kylie Rodney, this is Sammy. This is a creator that brings their family on vacations. This is a creator that talks about all true crime. Summer Moon Wells. I, I, I. The eyeball. So this is telling the story. How is it that Sammy, Kylie Rodney's best friend, how is it that everyone is so desensitized that I could show a picture of Kylie's best friend getting her eyeball removed and no one gives a flying fuck? Nobody. It's not human. It's not human. and it's certainly not fair. What is happening here to Sammy is what is happening here to Summer. This right here. Same thing. Same thing. No different. No different. The gook that Jody Sue Brown is showing here in her hand, that sliver of stuff going down her hand, this, this, is the same thing that is consistently shown in Candace's videos. These are photos of Summer. These are sacrifices. This is information that nobody wants to look at. This here are Summer's photos. Look at her face. Look at the faces. Not correct. This is what it winds up looking like to me. This is a sacrifice right here. This is the head. This is a sacrifice. Boom. Right here. And what you see to the left is basically images that are lay beneath the video of Summer in the car ride. Summer in the car ride, that video gives as much information as is needed to show you that these elements in Summer, whoever is doing it, knows the story. Here's her story. It's right here. There's the V on her neck. In the car, she's sitting with someone, and then they take her away. She's carried away. This here, when I look at this, it tells me that there's an older man involved. Just look at that for a minute. I'm going to let this absorb. I'm going to go grab um my charger. I think I need my charger. Look at this picture. I want you guys to watch it and watch what happens. And this is what spirit does. Watch it. I'm going to go get my charger. Okay. Okay. I'm charging. So, you watching this? Close to them tightly, correct. So, it changes. When you have a photo that is so intense, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw on it. This is what I like doing with you guys. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, we're going to draw on it. Here it is. So what I'm going to do, we're going to draw on this. Okay, draw. I'm going to show you what I see. This is a man's face. It's a man's face. It's bad drawing. Let me get thinner. Okay, here's the eyes to the man's face. The man is being sacrificed with Summer because this is a through his head. So these are sacrifices together. This is Summer. This is Summer's head. She's laying this way. Here's that V, a thing on her neck. And then there's this here too. But this is Summer laying here. This is Summer. This is a man. Let's say this is a chair. This is Summer. Now, this, let me get rid of, this. Whoop. This is also Summer, but she's in a holder. This is, to me, I see a person here, and this is Summer's head, and this is the box. And this is the tube that's in her mouth. That's how I see it. This is how I see it. Just like that. So, in here, this here is the church, sitting at the church. This is that face that I see in all that they hold, like even in Kylie Rodney. This is like a white head, and this is part of the equipment, the sacrifice stuff here. But this is the head. I saw Gabby Petito's. This is like a mask. And this is sitting in the church. But I see the sacrifice of a person. Like if this is the head, I see it in this box, and this is the equipment. And when I look at photos like this here, this is the fake skin on these people right here. This is the fake skin. And this here is from the Idaho 4. She has the same thing on her neck. This is a fake skin, this whole thing. Michael Vaughn. This is his head. This is equipment. This is the top of his head. You know, I just keep going on and on. This is the Idaho 4. This is the Idaho 4. Same. This is all the same. Summer Moon Wells. This is the hole in the ground that I show you in Benny's. Went down into this hole. Into this hole in the ground. This is maroon. It's underground and they go down. This is Jody Sue Brown. This is Jody Sue Brown's videos. These are holes in the ground. Period. They're holes in the ground. That's where Summer went. And we see this. We see this in every one. Here's the V. This is exactly what Summer has on her face. See this? This thing on, you guys, this thing is moving all by itself. Heck. See this thing? Oh, why is it doing that? You guys, this is moving all by itself. I have to stop this because it's not working very good. It's like moving by itself, literally. Hold on. Okay. This, what you see here in Jody Sue Brown's face with this V and this thing right here is the same thing as I have been showing over here. This. This. It's all the same. It is all the same. So as I give bits of information, these are elements that you could find in these videos. And it goes back to Robert Vaughn. There is a system that was developed. There is a system that was developed. These are fingers, and it's a system that was developed many, many moons ago. This is Jody Sue Brown's video. This is her head. This is her mouth with this attached to her mouth. And I see a child around her neck. Like this is in her car. This is supposed to be Benny. Madeline McCain. Madeline McCain, this girl that showed up as Madeline McCain, was trying so very hard to show a victim. The victim is right here. If the authorities would understand to look and read the digital distortion, they would see a pattern. They would see the pattern. This is right here. Right, let me see again here. Right here. And Madeline McCain is in the same box as all of the victims. All of them. Jody Sue Brown, JLR, they show the same information. See this white around her? See the box? It's all consistent. It's all consistent. Benny Keys, Jody Sue Brown. Pull in closer. In Jody Sue Brown's video from just this week, I see victims in the corners. I see victims in the corners of the videos. Victims in the corners of Jody Sue Brown's videos. Do your homework. Take a snapshot. Go close. This is not Jody Sue Brown. This is Jody Sue Brown's phone, but this is the hole in the ground again. That's a hole in the ground again. That's the hole in the ground again. Just like Benny shows. The thing in her mouth. The thing in Summer's mouth. Aaron Carter. Jody Sue Brown. Jody Sue Brown. They all have the same information on their bodies. The same information. Fake embryo. These are sacrifices. Jody Sue Brown's video. I sent this in too because I don't know what this is here. But to me, it looks like something that shouldn't be on the internet. Let's talk about this. This photo was just in Jody Sue Brown's last video. This. So this is the box. So if you look closely here at Benny, let me get to Benny. This is his neck. This is what happened to Summer Moon. This is what Summer Moon looks like in her car. With this in the neck, all of this. Jody Sue Brown is showing me the exact same thing on her neck. So is Candace. So if you would look within the digital distortion and you would start really looking within the pictures, you will see similarities of what happened to Summer and what's going on in these pictures. Consistently showing us information. Consistently showing us. Benny Keys constantly shows me, information, but always within the layers, always has something coming out of the mouth, always has faces that are bruised and beat up. But I think we're just so desensitized that no one's looking at these pieces of trophies. No one's looking at the constant element that Summer Moon showed us from day number one. Day number one, she showed us this. All I'm doing is repeating her story, showing you these fake skin, this, what's on Jody Sue Brown, showing you the faces within Jody Sue Brown's videos. You guys, these are sacrifices. They all look the same. This is no different than these. And it's no different than what Candace Bly Wells shows us. No different than what, oops, right here shows us. What's her, Jody Sue Brown is showing us. I've been showing that shit long time. Look very closely to the face within the face. Look at the hairline. Look at the eye. That picture, I think I have it in here somewhere. I want to show you that picture. Oh, no, that's something else. It's someone else. I'll show you when I get to it. That picture is the picture that I keep pulling up in her videos. It's what Kylie Rodney looked like. So you go into the smallest, this is of her video, you go into the small frames. These are the small frames in the bottom. And that's where you get the photos within. See this over here? That's that sick ass photo I just showed you. This is someone else's face. But it's within, it's the bottom. It's these small little, I just don't understand if it's really there. Why isn't anyone picking it up? See, this is that is this. I don't know who that is back there. That's not Jody Sue Brown. I mean, it isn't. See in the background? I mean, why is it that the authorities can't just go to these These bottom pictures, like I'm showing you right here, blow them up like I'm doing. Take your screenshots of these. This, all of them. You'll see what I'm talking about. This little girl, when I go into these families that I follow's photos and I go into their little pictures, it's Summer Moon Wells. These are the photos. This is what I'm seeing here. You see the pattern? These are the pictures that are layered beneath photos. It's called digital distortion. It is called digital distortion. Aaron Carter, digital distortion. What Aaron Carter has on him here is the same thing that I found in the Idaho 4 videos. It's the same thing. This. They're the same. Jody Sue Brown's last few videos are so concerning that I don't know why it hasn't been looked at. But it very much reminds me of the Madeline McCain videos. Like when you pulled apart Madeline McCain's videos, this is what it looks like. Every frame is different. Just like Jody Sue Brown's on the bottom here. It's almost as if there are multiple people in there. And that's not her same face. Just like here, these are the Beestons. Beneath the wife are different women's faces. It's not his wife. Gabby Petito, same thing. And this equipment I've seen multiple times. And if you look closely, that's the equipment, and that's his neck. These are families that I follow. But this equipment is just like what was in Lori Vallow's son's house, like what the last pictures of her son. I've seen this equipment. It was in Lori Vallow's counter. And if you think that this shit isn't being used, it is. It is. And these children are winding up as puppets for science projects. And if we don't start looking, it's not going to stop. Nothing's going to stop. It's going to consistently continue. It's going to continue. Wait, hold on. Close this. Don't save. I want to put this one up here. I want to show you quickly this one. Hold on, don't go anywhere, you guys. Wait. Up. Hold on. Okay, let me pull this back up again. So this one here, this here looks familiar to me. This looks familiar to me. This is something I want you guys to just take a peek at. So when you're shown green grass areas, you'll recall this. See these boxes in there? These areas. To me, this is what it looks like. See, I get these pictures from down here. I do believe that some reason that this goes down under. They go down under into the ground. So far down you just really can't find them unless someone brings you to them. Like this. And this here, whoops, this here back there would be what a victim would look like right here. Right here. This is the box, the hat. Oh, I actually had it circled. Yeah. It's beneath a tunnel. See this tunnel here? The pipe. This goes down. These are bricks, and this right here is a hole in the wall. These are bricks, so it's beneath, it's layers. These are layers, layers, layers. There's wood, there's brick, there's cement. These are bricks. That's the hole. That's the hole. This is the door. It's beneath the green. It's beneath the cement. It's beneath everything. But these are the pictures to grab. Like that one. Let's see what that one looks like. Wait. See? See that? That would be something that the children recognize. And this would be a child in here. This is a picture, and this here is the dark hole. That to me is in the hole. Like what I see there in my third eye when I look at that black, just that black little hole, I see, I'm going to draw it here, an opening. This is This is the opening here, in here. It's a box in a wall, surrounded by green. Oh, like that. Like that. To me, these are very important pictures. Very important photos. I feel like these are locations of where the children have seen, have been, have gone. Have seen, have been, have gone. Beneath the ground. Down, down, down deep within here. Down deep. In here. Here's an A. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. This is what I saw. Oh, yeah. The victims know what this is. This. This. So one day, there's the chains. See the A's? See the chains? And there's your A's. A's. So I can't express any louder how urgent this is to kind of really look at. Really look at. Because these pictures, to me, this is exactly the same picture as the fire, is Candace Bly's fire with her finger. This is it. This is the same thing. See the hole? This is the fire that Candace Bly shows. That's what I can tell you, because I I I know that. Let's see. Fire. Let me see something. Fire. No, this is the fire shooter. Fire. Fireworks. Okay. Fireworks. So to me, this is the same as this. See? And I said that this was sacrifice. That this is the same. Oh my God, see that it's like moving all on its own. Is the same. I can't even get my, is this. Nope, that's the wrong one. Wait. This mouse has a mind of its own right now. Let me find it. But it's going all by itself. Wait, you guys. Okay, here it is. Okay. That is the same as this. But this video is from, the one to the left is from Candace. Candace's fireworks. The one to the right is from Ernie Shell and Benny Keys. They're showing the same thing. Do you guys see what I'm saying? That's why I'm going to leave it on this. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Do you guys see that these match? This here was taken before anyone even knew Candace. The one to the left. This is Ernie Shell's and Benny Keys's. So now I'm going to have to match it up for the next video because I have to go take my turkey out of the oven. But this is quite interesting that these two match. Very interesting, actually. On that note, you guys, I am going to call it a night. I really hope this all I always say really hope this all made sense because I just sort of just let me save this, save. Go by the skin of my pants. Is that what it's called? And give you what I believe to be the best information. So I just want to say that I hope that this brings justice to the children and that these children know that we're here to bring them justice the best that we can. And that I look for pictures that have all the same kind of information that happened to Summer Moon Wells. On that note, thank you all for being here. God bless you all. Everyone, have a thankful and amazing, safe and happy and healthy Thanksgiving. And I'll be back on Friday. Good night, guys.